How's it going, everybody? Just messing around here. Found my wig. Anyways, wigs are hard to wear. That's one thing I've learned. Anyways, so welcome to my room tour. I look like crap because I feel like crap. So the goal here is to sort through all of my books to get them onto that bookcase or into one of these many containers. Kill me now. This is gonna be fun. Doop doop doop. Let me get some music for you boys and gals. Booyah. Okay, cool. That's on Ox. And booyah. Hope this doesn't mess up. There we go. A little bit discombobulated. There we go. All right. Hopefully this is all working out still. Okay. So yeah, I have a crap ton of books. Some of these are interesting books. Like this one's Blood and Thunder. The epic story of Kit Carlson and the conquest of the American West. So let's go in my history stack. I also have books like The Ancient Synagogue. This is horrible lighting right now. Sorry, boys, gals. There we go. So this doesn't go in history. This is going to my religious studies stack. Since pretty much the goal here is I need to have an individual bin full of all the stuff that I'm going to be using for starting a ministry and getting church and a culture and everything kind of going. Basically, for anything I need to work on, I just need a bin that's going to be my go-to bin for church stuff. And the idea is I'm just going to be a mobile church. I should just be able to put that bin in my car, go to San Francisco, and set up shop for like a weekend. I guess. I don't know. Next book, just because I'm going through the list of what's ever in front of me. I went ahead and got this book, The Complete Book of Drawing. And honestly, I want to start drawing again. I feel like that'd be quite fun. But I haven't really used this book. Looked through it a few times. It has a lot of good examples from artwork, things like that. I think I'm going to use this for when I try to work on, creating a culture for my congregation. So yeah, and all the pictures are really good and detailed and everything, so it really gets you into the nitty-gritty of it all. So this is going to go into a special section because I want skills and things I can do to help me relax to be separate, because I'm going to have to make a purpose to try to find better ways of unwinding from my stress. So we're going to move this over here. I've got ourselves a strong Bible up in this joint. We already know that's going to religious studies, though. Just keeping that simple. And this here, random notebook, it's going someplace else. We'll deal with those later. Now, I happen to like Hamlet. Hamlet's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. So, there's that. Oh, hey, Rye. I probably will not be responding too much using the text function, only because I have to reach over. Anyways, so yeah, got a book of Hamlet. that goes in just general library. Booyah. Now, I'm borrowing this book on spiritual warfare from my mother. Promptly bent the corner because I'm irresponsible as hell with these books. But so far, it's been an interesting book. I really want to lead a small group on spiritual warfare. It's just I have nobody who actually wants to go and do it, so it's kind of hard to want to do a small group when you don't have a small group. But this will go in religious studies on the side because it's specific and it's not mine. I don't own it. But I do own King Arthur and the Round Table. It's a good book. I enjoy reading it. Oof. Wondering about the song, if I want to listen to the song or not. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, King Arthur. Let's go with Hamlet. Thus spoke Zarathustra. Zarathustra. Thus spoke the Tsar by Nietzsche. It's a good book. It's a good philosophy book. I like it. It can kind of be a little bit Gnostic-y at times, which kind of makes it annoying because you have to vet it, and it's one of those things where if you're not well versed in ancient history or philosophy, you could very easily not pick up on things that you should pick up on otherwise. But this, it's a good book, but it's going in literary. It's the Bible, so it's going with religious stuff. But I should have a separate Bible section on the side. More of these. More of these. This is for a project I'm working on, so let's ignore that for now. The Vine Concordance. My mother gave this to me. I think I told you guys about this before, so that goes for religious studies proper. Vocabulary builder. That's going for me. So I need to learn how to write English. English, do you speak it? No. Read to Lead. It's a little pamphlet thing I picked up from the Young Americans Leadership Convention, Leadership Institute, as you can see in the bottom. Represent. So yeah, steel and timber structures. I have a couple of books just on materials in general. A lot of that's because I like studying infrastructure. So this is going to go into another section that's not religious, but can't go on my bin because I'm going to be looking into this for something I'm working on. I think it's going to be the same thing with substantial landscaping, which, now that I think about it, design and build a sustainable landscape like a pro, cut back on water usage, control lawn and garden paths naturally, opt for sustainable decks, panels, fences, and more. So yeah, I think that using this was my intention, coupling this with this to start coming up with a couple of infrastructure projects. So there's that. And we're going to augment that with a good old-fashioned textbook on American government because I only have a few more months to remember how to even run a government. Now, get to the fun stuff. This is C.S. Lewis, The Weight of Glory. It's a really good book. I listened to the audiobook, and as always, I prefer audiobooks because you can get through them way easier when you just can't sit down and read. But one of the things that I like about this is C.S. Lewis puts a lot of time into making sure that the people who pick up the books that he has can continue on from their own direction to utilize what it is that they learn. So he's a really good writer. And, hoping there's a table of contents here so I can kind of get a shape for whether or not I want this to go in literary or if I want this to stay the way of time. membership and a ring. Yeah, this is going with the religious proper. Now this is a library book. I'm bad at giving back library books. Apparently, this is going in another section entirely because I cannot do this still. I need to start giving these books back to these people. I still want to finish reading it though. Ooh, okay. So, got this book from Barnes and Nobles, as you can see from the lovely sticker that I'm now removing so that I don't ever have to look at it again. Disgusting. Oh, another thing with me. I love these protectors, but at the same time, I'm just as much of a fan for just ripping them off and not having them. I won't do that to this one, though, because why? This is going to go on my literary section because I don't need it. Originally, what I wanted to do is I wanted to use the Medieval Knight as a kind of foundation for something I wanted to look into, creating kind of a small, like, type of, not necessarily a men's group, but I definitely wanted to focus on, okay, yeah, this, part of my French. I'm irritable, much more irritable today than I normally would be, only because I have been meaning to do this for 3 days now, and I've literally not been in my room for 3 days because I just couldn't stomach being up here wanting to try to sort through this stuff. I have a bad habit of really not liking to organize things when I feel drained and tired and stressed. Stop. I need to stop leaning on this arm. So let me readjust, and then we shall continue onward to the dawn. Oh, another Holy Bible. Put that on the side here. Oh, Cervantes. Poetry book. It's going to go with that Shakespeare. Leadership Secrets of the Bible. Another Barnes & Noble's classic. Boys, you better stop fighting. Hey. Don't be butts. Kids. Rough house and stuff. Come on. There we go. So yeah, Leadership Secrets from the Bible. We're going to use that as well. And I don't have to return that to my mother, so we'll just put that there proper. Notebooks. Wow, this is my roommate's Brave New World. I'm on this, so I have to go back downstairs. More notebooks. Speak Up Solano. That's a textbook. I need that for public speaking. This is an informative pamphlet. It's my shoulder. It's just hurting like usual. So this is an informative pamphlet I snaggled from I don't remember who I grabbed this from, but it was some sort of military base. It's really interesting though. It covers all of the research into stressful conditions on individuals over long periods of time. And actually, okay, this actually is going to go into a religious section. Despite not being religious, I think it's going to be quite useful. I have to organize this properly. This should be more along the lines of religious studies work that's related only because of my specific project that I want to work on with it. So separate that out. Yeah. The Weight of Glory is just a good teaching book. All right. So we got a book here on fundraising. Oof. Looking at it like that. We got Elements of Style. There's 2 library books that I'm borrowing. I need to return. These are little doodling whiteboards. We're going to get into those later. This is a flashlight thing that I'm just turning off because that's for the black cage behind you guys. So, I got a book on starting my own business. It goes with schools and materials. Oh, your financial readiness, which is a little book teaching you how to budget. That's the same thing. Okay, so there we go. My basic stacks. And actually, looks like we're almost done, group. Looks like we're doing very good. See, you guys didn't even have to lift your hands to help at all. Alright, get that out of the way. Of course, that would never work out the way I wanted it to. Of course, everything would fall out. Second time's the charm. Oof. Okay. We did a little bit. It's only until the ad's done. It opened up a whole new world of opportunity for her, don't you know, people? Sorry. You guys don't pay for ads. Okay. Next step. Okay. This needs to go to literary. Literary, blueberry, blueberry. Hey guys, guess what I found? Another Bible. Anyways, so yeah, that's gonna go. Bible section. Ooh, this is a book called The Living Past. I got it, and it's amazing. It just goes into all the different ancient religions, ancient cultures, ancient civilizations. This is going to religious studies because even though it's not related, it's quite useful. This is looking like one of these things that we ignore for now. Shoot, this one wasn't on there. Okay. Prepare to be amazed and terrified, people. Leadership and dynamic group action. This is going to religious studies, though it's not related. It's going to be useful. And then I'm going to have to sort this out according to subject matter and then accordingly. Okay. Alfred Edersheim's Sketches of a Jewish Life. This is actually a really important book to me. Edersheim's work honestly has inspired me in my walk to want to respect the Old Testament far more than I think we as Christians do. And no, I will never sleep. Sleep is for the dead. So I'm going to be using this, actually, hopefully tonight. Wilmington's Guide to the Bible. You know, I find some nitpicks with it, but I think that's because I'm very doctrinally challenged in terms of wanting to submit to certain types of doctrines of different denominations. So I still really like this book, and the things that it says are just freaking dope. But there are a few things that I can say I want to look more into because I don't agree with it on everything. It's not the end-all be-all, but it definitely helps you with locating some interesting thoughts on the Bible. So. goes in reference. Says, and this is actually going to go into like my hardcore references real quick because this has a picture of the temple on it, which puts this book with Strong's as being one of the most influential books for me to want to spend time with. Waiting on this moment to pass. Night fever, night fever. Oh boy, guys, we got another Bible. This one's Old Testament only. The Tanakh, Hebrew Bible. Jesus, the Messiah. Another one of Edersham's wonderful books. Again, straight up reference gold. So it's going right there. Oh, we got ourselves a little bit of Josephus. He's very interesting. A lot of people don't like him. I personally think that he's quite useful, and that his material is very, very. I think it's a very good addition to have because he gets into things that otherwise you're not going to research. Like there's a good section in this book specifically that deals with the dissertations. So it talks about different subjects of the first world century. Yeah, there's a lot of little. Yeah, see, there's a lot of interesting things that he brings up in here, and so I definitely think that if you want to understand a lot about first century Judaism, good reference book. Let's say it's not as potent as Edersham's work, but Josephus. Oh, it's definitely something to go and read if you get the chance. Five Rings, Art of Strategy. Oof. This is a beautiful edition, too. Definitely not religious, but definitely going in the pile. Sorry. So much for being organized. Oh, Original Intent. This is a really good book for the historian in you. If you want to get down with the courts and the Constitution and actually having a good understanding of the congressional history of separation of church and state, you could look at this book, and it has a record of all of the different court cases and the background behind it, which is really interesting, and I think makes it important enough that it's going inside the main section of religious studies. Accelerate Great Recovery. It's a small group program that I was in for a while. Still have this, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it because this will be good, and I can use it for helping out other people. Booyah! This is the greatest book ever. It's just a book that has nothing on it. It's just doodle scratches. Look at my doodle scratches. Ha! Sorry. I don't know. This song is 12 minutes long, And I keep forgetting that every time I let the song start playing, and then I just get irritated because I'm like, how's the song still playing? I worked really hard to make sure it wouldn't play more than once. The Prince, Machiavelli. Very good book, but I don't need it because I've read it before. It's going into reference or general literature. The Constitution. Now, this is another thing I got from the Young Americans for Liberty. Personally, I'm gonna put this with the. I don't want to put it with my religious reference stuff, but at the same time, I feel like I should, only because I know that specifically I'll be the one using it. Maybe I can use it as a bookmark. For this other book that I have. I'm going to use it as a bookmark in this book. There we go. Problem solved. No, because I can't. This is my bed. I have to finish cleaning all this in order to go to bed. That's why I've been committing to this. Okay. The good news, though, is we're almost done. At least with everything that doesn't have a home. Technically, you guys should be in bed. The great classics. So, apparently, I have 2 Dante's Infernos. I have this one, the Divine Comedy, which is fancy, nice. Probably going to put it with Cervantes. But then I also have this Inferno right here, which has such great artwork. Look at this. Look at this artwork. So dope. So yeah. Honestly, it's hard to decide. I don't know which one I want to go with my religious studies and which ones I want to go with literary. Okay, so the child in me wants this one to go with my serious Bible stuff and religious studies. And then I want to put this on my library books because it looks cooler on a bookcase. But when I think about it, this is technically the one I should have since I could actually write in it and probably mess with it. And this one's pretty nice. Oof. Oof. Okay, this one's going here. This one's going on literary. Nice. Oh, okay. More of these. And then I have basic college mathematics. That's how I feel when I think about trying to do a math book and read it. Anyways, that actually helped wake me up, so that was pretty fun. Not really. That kind of hurt a little bit. But this one's going to go. I just need this book for studying in general, so let's just go and learn how to do math. Next change. Wake up. The rest of the Celebrate Recovery Trail. Would you love? Never come around. Effective Business Writing. Again, another reference book for me. Study with, learn how to be a person. Yes. Nobody learns the maps because of how horrible it is. Oh. Help me, I'm stuck in a cage. Okay. Oh. Use that for paperwork. Come on. Oh. Looking good so far, team. Pulling out more stuff. Oh. Fundamentals of nursing. Ooh, bunch of comics and stuff. Friends. Health book. Engineering app was supposed to be like a good men's health book that I've been reading. I don't even know if that was originally mine. I don't need to write a novel. Okay. So far, so good. I was thinking about originally just taking apart my bookcase and pulling every book out and showing them and stacking every single one of them. Totally not doing that. Not doing that at all. Too much effort. All we're going to do instead is pull out specifics. So, not going to show you guys the bottom floor. All I have down there is basically a nursing book, a couple of comic books. One of them my friend made for. He's been producing his own comics, which is a pretty good comic. I remember when I first read the script, and I was like, dude, I can't wait to see this comic. It's exactly like the comic, or like the script. It's good. So ignoring the bottom level, we're going to be focusing on the second level, since that second level this is where I keep most of my religious books and history books and political books. Up there,